So the last couple of weeks have been pretty disruptive, to say the least, and our support teams have been helping customers across the country to react to the working from home guidance. As we're all now working from home, I've got Chris Leek, our client engagement manager, on Skype here to talk through some of the frequently asked questions that we're being asked at the moment. So first of all, how's the last week been for the support team, Chris?
Well, we've successfully got hundreds of users working from home over the space of around 5 days. This is included on their PCs, on their laptops, on tablets, on mobile phones, and on Macs. We're here for our customers from 8:30 in the morning until 6:30 in the evening, Monday to Friday, and we'll do whatever we can to get you up and running as quickly as possible.
And of course, in addition to that, the support portal is available 24/7 with resources being added and updated all the time. We've got our coronavirus help hub online now, which stores everything in one place. So this is probably where you're watching the video if you're watching now. Chris, everybody is now obviously working from home if they can. What's the simplest way for Osprey users to get going at home?
Firstly, make sure you've got everything into Osprey when you're in the office. So drag and drop your documents in there, upload your documents into Osprey, export your documents into Osprey using the add-ins for Word and for Outlook. So everything is actually in Osprey. It's then dead easy. When you're at home, firstly, download our apps. Download our case management app from the Microsoft Store. Install the case management app, dead simple, it'll take you a couple of minutes. Download our time recording app and our check requisition app as well from the Microsoft Store. Really easy, and you'll be up and running within a few minutes. You will love the apps. We've got guides and videos on how to do that, but if you need any help, then give us a ring and we'll help you get that done. Also install the add-ins for Office 365 for Word and for Outlook, and they'll enable you to generate documents and export them really easily. If you can't do that and you need to use your browser, then just follow the configuration instructions that are in our help centre, or give us a ring and we'll help you. But it will literally take you a matter of minutes to be up and running working from home.
And we're going to be securely logging into Osprey. A really basic question, I suppose. What are my login details?
Well, your login details will be your web address, which will be something like your company name .ospreyapproach.com/main. Remember the /main. We get lots of calls to the support desk where people don't remember to put /main after .com. Your username, well, that's the username that you use to log in when you're in the office. Some people think it's their email address, but it's not likely to be your email address. It may be if you set it up as your email address. It's usually going to be a short username that's been given to you when you were initially set up on Osprey. And then your password, that'll be the same password as the password that you use when you're in the office.
And a quick question about passwords, because I know lots of our customers have been asking this. What if I forget my Osprey password? Obviously, we're installing apps or we're using Osprey in a new browser, so it's not going to be auto-filled for us. What if I forget it?
Don't use the autofill in your browser. It's not safe. It really defeats the object of having a password. We don't know your passwords, so if you give us a ring, we won't be able to tell you what your password is. Also, don't send us your passwords. We don't want your passwords. What we do want to do is help you get your password. So people that have supervisor access on Osprey will be able to log into Osprey and will be able to reset your password. This will send you a one-time randomly generated password that will enable you to log in and to change your password. If you're using the browser version of Osprey, you can use the Forgot My Password link on the login page. Lastly, if you're having difficulties, just give us a ring and we will help you. We'll take one of the supervisors from your company through the routine of going into Osprey and resetting your password.
Excellent. And once I've got these installed, do I need to have Word and Outlook installed on my machine as well? What if I don't have a license to install them on my machine? I might have Office 365, but without enough licenses to install them.
You don't need Word and you don't need Word and Outlook on your computer. You can use the online versions for Word and the online version for Outlook. There are add-ins for the online version of Word, and there is an add-in for the online version of Outlook as well. So you can still generate and edit documents and emails and export them into Osprey without having the local versions of Word and Outlook installed on your computer.
And I suppose whilst we're talking about licenses, what about Osprey licenses? Can I share them around? Can I use someone else's login details? How does that work?
Well, you're licensed to use Osprey on the apps, on the browser and on the add-ins. For security reasons, you can't log into Osprey using the same login credentials on more than one computer. So you do it on one computer or one device. You mustn't share your login details because that breaches our license policy. If you're unsure about the licenses that you have or how many licenses you have, give us a ring and we'll sort that out for you.
We touched on password security earlier on. Obviously, a massive consideration for people now working outside of that safe office environment will be data security generally. Is it safe to be using Osprey from home on our home internet connection?
It's absolutely safe. Our data centers are highly secure with biometric security. You can only connect to Osprey using a secure SSL encryption connection, and that's the little padlock that you see in your browser when you're using banking sites and the likes of that. It just means everything that you send and receive from your machine to Osprey is encrypted and can't be viewed or manipulated. Absolutely secure. It's just as secure from using from home as it is using from your office.
And related to that, I know a lot of people will be worried about saving things on their home PC, so they might not have been given hardware by their employer yet. So client data being on your home PC doesn't really sound like a good idea. Is it okay to use Osprey on a personal computer?
Everything you need to do is in Osprey. You don't need to have anything stored on your local computer. That's the purpose of using Osprey. The case management, time recording and check requisition apps don't store anything on your machine. They just store the applications. The data doesn't store on your machine. The apps are basically a way to interact with our database, and the data sits in our secure data centers. So the purpose of using Osprey is so that you don't store anything on your computer, you don't store anything locally. If you install Microsoft Outlook on your computer, then the emails will stay on your computer unless you delete them. But you don't need to install the local version of Microsoft Outlook on your computer. You can use the online version of Outlook, and you can use the online version of Word, and nothing will stay on your computer. When you go back to work, if you want to uninstall the apps, you can uninstall them. You won't lose any data. It's all in our data centers. It's all in our hands, all in our data centers. But you might want to leave the apps on there for the next time that you want to work from home.
And I think once we're all set up and working remotely and we've got it installed on our machines, what are the next steps? Are there any things that you'd recommend customers take advantage of with this new way of working from home?
Well, you really need to be looking at the web access portal. It's a phenomenal way to share documents and to collaborate on documents with third parties and with your clients. You can share the documents that you want to share. You can allow people to just view them, or you can allow people to edit them. You decide who you share them with. You decide who can edit them, who can just view them. You can share with third parties. So it could be the estate agents, it could be the other side solicitors. At the moment, I know a lot of people are not going into the office to get their post. And whilst sending a letter by email might be an easy thing, sending a bundle of documents by email isn't, sending a report by email isn't. You can allow the people that you work with, your other firms of solicitors, to upload documents to your Osprey site, and you can collaborate on them. If it's something such as a contract, you might want to collaborate with them, edit it, allow them to edit it, and so on. But sending a bundle of documents by email isn't very good. Sending a report by email probably isn't going to work. But you can allow other solicitors that you work for, or other third parties, to upload them directly onto your site. You can also allow your clients to upload directly onto your site. A lot of clients these days don't like to send things by email because they worry that they might send it to the wrong email address, use the autofill in Outlook and send it to the wrong email address. They can upload documents directly onto your Osprey site. So the web access portal, can't recommend it highly enough.
And I suppose I think a final recommendation, whilst we're on that topic, is to look at the Office 365 E5 licenses. I know in conversation, one of the missing links at the moment is that Office phone, is that landline. So the Office 365 E5 license actually includes Microsoft Phone Service. Which basically means you won't need somebody in the office to pick up the landline. You can have it routed through to the cloud, picked up by staff working from home. It's got call queues, voicemail, phone conferencing, everything you'd expect. And that's all embedded in Microsoft Teams. So that's kind of the missing link at the moment, I think, for our customers working from home using their case management system, but not being able to pick up the landline. Before we sign off, Chris, is there anything else you want to add for customers kind of moving to this new way of working right now?
Well, just to reiterate that we're here for you all from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening, every day, Monday to Friday. Give us a ring. We'll get you working from home within a few minutes. We know it's a really stressful time for you. The support team are here to help you. We're all used to working from home. We want to get all of you guys used to working from home as well.
So thanks for spending the time to have a chat with me, Chris. Obviously, if you've got any questions for us, send them over to support. Make sure you take a look at our support portal. We're updating it regularly with new resources, new FAQs and webinars to make sure that throughout this time, you can be working as effectively as possible.